Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources. Updating daily noontime New York City.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
December 7, 10:52 America New York. Bank of Canada lifts interest rates by half point. The central bank signaled it is at or near the end of its rapid-fire tightening campaign amid slowing growth and early signs of easing price pressures. BBC News Business.
December 7, 10:41 America New York. Border Force staff to strike over Christmas, Union. Border Force staff are to strike over Christmas at Heathrow, Gatwick and several other airports, PC's union says.
Daily FX Market News.
December 7, 10:30 America New York. Bank of Canada hikes by 50 bits per second and signals potential end to rate hikes. The BOC hiked by 50 basis points, bringing the overnight rate to 4.25% and will consider if rates need to rise further, suggesting we may have seen the last hike.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
December 7, 10 o'clock America New York. U.S. Europe need a grand bargain on semiconductors and EVs to counter China. Allies complained U.S. electric vehicle subsidies mistreat them, yet rebuffed requests from the U.S. to join its restrictions on chip exports to China.
BBC News Business.
December 7, 9:26 America New York. Elon Musk rejects concerns over beds at Twitter HQ. The billionaire has previously told workers to commit to long hours or leave.
The Library of Economics and Liberty.
December 7, 8:49 America New York. Moral hazard and health insurance. Moral hazard is an important and badly named idea in the economics toolkit. Important, because it identifies how certain arrangements can encourage inefficient or wasteful behavior.
Global economy. December 7, 8:44 America New York. The Great Chip War, and the challenge for global diplomacy. The winner of the 2022 Featuring Business Book of the Year award throws a spotlight on the battle for semiconductor supremacy.
Daily FX Market News.
December 7, 8:40 America New York. DAX Technical Outlook. German equities weighed down by bleak outlook. The German DAX is trading lower after bulls failed to rise above major Fibonacci resistance. As prices test technical support, a move lower could drive bearish momentum.
Global economy.
December 7, 7:40 America New York. EU challenges China at WTO over Lithuania trade embargo and tech patents. Bloc asks global body to convene panels to rule on two trade disputes.
Daily FX Market News.
December 7, 7:30 America New York. Major Forex trading sessions from around the world. All traders should know of the three major Forex trading sessions which comprise the 24-hour market. Marginal revolution.
December 7, 7:24 America New York. AI is going to break a lot of norms and institutions. AI is going to break a lot of norms and institutions. Sam Hammond offers a peek. Indeed, within a decade, ordinary people will have more capabilities than a CIA agent does today.
Global economy.
December 7, 7:16 America New York. Member states press EU to amend sanctions on Russian food exports. Call follows criticism from African nations that lack of clarity and rules is leaving vital supplies stuck at EU ports.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
December 7, 7:13 America New York. Chinese exports fall at steep pace. In an indication of how the country's pandemic restrictions and waning global demand is hitting China's economy, exports fell in November at the sharpest pace in over 2 years.
BBC News Business.
December 7, 7:10 America New York. UK aims to double US gas imports under New Deal. The Prime Minister says the plan will bring down prices for British consumers by securing supplies.
New York Times Business.
December 7, 5 o'clock America New York. Chamath Palihapitiya, the Shpak King, is over it. Chamath Palihapitiya, once a relentless cheerleader of special-purpose acquisition companies, blames the Federal Reserve for the end of Shpak mania. Chamath Palihapitiya, the founder and chief executive of Social Capital.
New York Times Business.
December 7, 5 o'clock America New York. India chases clean energy, but economic goals put coal first. I will not compromise on the availability of power, India's energy minister has declared in defense of fossil fuel use, which is heavily subsidized. Meena Devi cooking on a wood-fired stove outside her home in New Delhi.
New York Times Business.
December 7, 4:15 America New York, China's zero COVID policy changes explained. The Chinese government ordered officials to cut back on mass testing and hair-trigger regional lockdowns, in a pivot from stringent pandemic rules. Workers removing a COVID testing booth in Beijing on Saturday, after local officials started easing policies.
Marginal revolution.
December 7, 3:10 America New York. How will ChatGPT affect American government? That is the topic of my latest Bloomberg column. Here is one excerpt. Consider the regulatory process. In the U.S., there is typically a comment period before many new regulations take effect.
Marginal revolution.
December 7, 1:05 America New York. Why the CDC is hard to fix. As of October, 10,020 of the CDC's 12,892 full-time employees, 78% of the full-time workforce, were allowed to work remotely all or part of the time, according to data that KHN obtained via a Freedom of Information Act request.